Hello and welcome back to the Fermented World Homebrew channel. This has been a long time coming. Hello to all new subscribers. We've nearly got 500. I'm very impressed with y'all. This has been a long time coming. I bought these ages ago. They are past their best before, but we've got loads of grapes to use. I'm going to be making a pyment, but instead of using the red grape juice that I always buy, I'm going to be juicing my own green grapes to make a white wine. Why are they called green grapes? Why is it called white wine when the grapes are green? It's green wine. Red wine? But then again, red grapes are purple. Anywho, let's not read into it too much. So some of them are a little bit bad. We're going to dissect the ones that are decent and throw the ones that are no good. And then we're going to press through with this lovely piece of mechanics, which a friend gave to me. He had a much bigger one and a better one for him, so he let me have this. Now I haven't used it all that much, so there could be some teething problems. But we're gonna go at it anyway. I think last time it was like kind of pulling itself through. See if we can tighten that up, stop that from happening. Tuck that in there so it's out of my way. Now the idea is press the grapes directly into the fermenter. But this does tend to have a little bit of an issue with as it comes over this lip, it goes underneath. Now, I'm not sure whether it's just a design flaw or what, but we're going to put something underneath there to possibly stop that, like this calculator. And hopefully what it will do is it will just tip it up that little bit more to let it flow better. But we'll be moving all of this crap out of the way anyway. We've got a big bag of yeast. Now, I bought this for a fraction of the price of what it would have cost to buy all 500 grams accumulative. So we're going to be having to open this today. This is EC1118, which is the new yeast that I use. I got it really cheap. Like I say, it was less than half price. So I jumped at the chance of it. I make a lot of mead, wine, you know, things like that. So it stands to reason to, well, I don't make a lot of wine, I make a lot of mead. So that's what we're going to be doing. I have got yeast nutrients, pectolase, the standard equipment, about 3 kilograms of grapes. I believe that's about right. 500 grams in each. I got some sodium bicarbonate. No, potassium bicarbonate to balance the pH. I'm going to be using about 6 grams of that. And obviously, we've got loads of honey. Ta-da! Probably not going to need both of these. I would probably say we're going to add one and then see what happens. I am going to quickly remove this stuff out of my way, and I'm going to get the grapes separated and put into here, which is going to take me forever. So I will speed this bit up. So like I say, I have been putting this off for a while. Can you press it with the stems on? Anywho, the good ones are all going in. They still feel okay, to be honest. They've still got their integrity intact. Don't mind some of the mushy ones, but any that are discoloured, we're not going to use them because it will just bring an odd taste. Strange flavours. Like you see that one, that's a bit... That's alright. I've seen worse in the bunches, to be honest. There are some that are a lot worse than that. But like I say, I'm going to speed this bit up. Okay, so I've nearly done one and it took forever. So I think I just quickly googled it. Can you do it with the stems on? They said yes you can, but it could change the profile of the beverage, so I'm not going to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this one off sped up. I'll do the next one sped up, and then I'm just going to cut and we'll be back once they're all in there. Because I mean, you know what, I'll leave it running and I'll see how it looks. Actually, it could be good footage, something funny might happen. So yeah, we'll just keep it going. Right, so I have asked my minions whether they want to help me do this. I'm still not through the second box. So I've asked them whether they wanted to help. Everyone said no. And I said there will be payment in grapes. And one of them's come down now. So she's just washing her hands. And we're going to get this done as a family-orientated movement of one. Moving as one in the fermented world. Because this is going to take me forever. Oh man, I don't think I can stand up this long. So that's actually box 2 complete. And me and my little helper here are going to eat some grapes and de-vine some grapes. Okay, so these are the ones that my daughter's helped me pick, and she did a really good job. So she has been rewarded by her own grapes. She has got some to chomp on. Let's just go empty this a little bit. It's got something in it. Okay, so now we need to set this up ready to press. So I'm going to bring that over to here. That's going to get tipped under there as much as possible, and we're going to use these vessels to kind of stop this bucket from moving. Now I don't expect to get more than a gallon out of this. Well, I calculated it. I think you need 6 kilograms per gallon of wine. So I thought, well, I'm going to be putting in honey as well, so I don't actually think we're going to need all that much. But first things first, let's get the blocks in. We need the pressing plate, which I made myself because I lost the original one that came with this. I have no clue where it went, and yep, haven't got the patience to try and find it. It is gone. Come on, don't mess me about. It did fit perfectly. I'm going to pop these blocks on here, then those blocks on there, this on there, then this attaches. Just making sure you can see. Recorded the video for the other channel yesterday, not yesterday, Saturday, and yeah, I kind of screwed up while I was recording it. Couldn't even see what I was bloody doing. I'm there like explaining to people what I'm doing, they couldn't even see. So literally it's going to be as simple as we press this down, and eventually it will start forcing the juice out of the grapes. And you guys can't actually see, so I don't know how I'm going to make them taller. Okay, I think that angle's a bit better, probably not much, but I I need to do is make sure that there's clearance actually for these blocks to go down and not catch the actual cage. It does get a bit tough, and last time I do remember that I had to drill some screws in, so I'm going to quickly do that. So I have come with screws, which this is why this has got holes in, from screwing this in before into my workstation. It's just to stop it from moving around. Hopefully that will do it. If not, I'll put one on the other side as well. No, it's going to move the other side as well. Bloody hell. Should have just done it anyway, shouldn't I? Straight away, I should have just done it. Can I do it with it still in situ? Of course I can. I could do anything. I think that's just gone straight through. Hopefully it's not pierced something. Oh no, it has gone through slightly, but that is a lot more solid. So let us continue with the pressing. It's the same how they do it with grapes and apples, pears. Oops. It is getting a bit difficult now, I have to say. But it does get tough. Bloody hell, that's just wrenched it out of the flipping thing. Because I'm a professional. Holy cack balls. Right, okay. I think I need bigger screws. I'm gonna have to take the thing that I was using to hoy it up away, because it needs screwing in itself. Got to move that. Where did I put the screwdriver? And we'll go again. We're gonna have to do this back bit as well. I think that's what was making it actually move. Screwdriver's like, no! Right, that one there's not in now, because I think that just went through without any grip. Yeah, there's nothing I can really do about that though. I'm just gonna have to make do. I'm gonna put the other blocks on it now. Keep hold of this because I don't want it to fall down the back of the cupboard. That would be a catastrophe. Take the wedge off. Put your other blocks in. It's very fiddly. It would have been a lot easier to just buy some juice, but like I say, I couldn't get white grape juice. That must be upside down. The thread's not catching. Although it shouldn't matter. Yeah. So I'm going to speed this bit up because I'm going to struggle somewhat, and you guys don't need to listen to me swearing. What have I done wrong? I really don't have a lot of juice there. Not a lot at all. Barely a litre. What have I done wrong? Now, am I supposed to mash these before I try squeezing them? Let's try and mash them. See if that helps. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what's gone wrong here, because that can't be all the juice from them. Can it? Or can it? Could that be all of the juice from them? I mean, some of them aren't even squished. So this masher's not going to cut the mustard, is it? I need something like a food processor then. Because, like I say, some of these haven't even been crushed, so is there meant to be processed somehow beforehand? Right, let me go figure this out. There's no point you watching me struggle. I've done something wrong, obviously, along the line. I think I was supposed to process these beforehand. Like, you see them kind of stamping on the grapes, don't you? Maybe that's the sort of thing that I was supposed to do, and I didn't realise. I know you process apples. When I did that, I mulched them down. There you go. I can blend these up. I've got an apple mulcher. Yep. I'm going to get that in there. Hopefully not touching the sides. That should break them down for us. I do have a specific thing for. It's another tub like this. What is that for? Another tub like this. And yeah, I'm gonna have to go sterilize that and get these mulched. Okay, so I've got my mulching bucket, and I'm gonna have to move some of this stuff right out of my way. Hopefully I remember to pick it back up and use it later. Stuff it there for now. Stay there. Gotta move some of this stuff, which I use when I'm racking. I need to do something a bit better than this, actually, don't I? It's getting a little bit manky with all the drippings and the droppings and so on. That can go out of the way. That can go over there. We don't need the masher anymore. Ooh, that can go in there. I want a big bucket. And I think this is what we should have done originally. Processed them to a mulch, the same as you would with apples. Just got a bit ahead of myself. But again, it's the first time I've done it from the grapes itself. We're allowed to make mistakes. It's all part of the learning. Don't you think? Some of the greatest things have been discovered by mistake. Like you ending up on my YouTube channel. It was probably a mistake, but now you're here. And hopefully learning how to brew your own beverages. And watching me screw them up multiple times. But you know, you've got to make mistakes. I think it's all part and parcel, isn't it? Nothing's perfect straight away. Here's your pro tip of the day. Always remember to mulch your fruits. So that goes on like that. Not that you can see anything. It's basically a bucket. Got the blade going through the hole there. We're going to get the Swizzler, get it attached to that, and then make sure the lid's down, secure the bucket, and mash it all up. sneaky peek. Oh yes, that definitely looks better. I need a drink. I'm thirsty. Nice glass of summer fruit juice. When I get busy, I forget about things. I forget about food, forget about drinking. But I'm going to continue to do this. Unfortunately, you can't see me doing it because I've got nowhere to put you guys. Although I could just extend the legs. Just bear with me 1 second. And then change angle. I forgot to tighten that off. It's just been sat in the drink. Oh, where's it gone now? Oh, it's all going wrong. Hold your composure. Act like a soldier. Just making up songs now. So that be a read. We still don't have a great deal. I'm very gutted about that, but life goes on. You can clearly see that that's turned out to some mush now. You can see the juice. That's what we needed to do. Okay, so I'm going to speed this bit up. It's boring. It's going to take a little bit of time, and then we're going to get it back in here and we'll try pressing it again. Just look how much better that is. You can literally see the juice. There's still some in there that are lumpy, so I'm going to go at it a little bit longer, but we'll be back. Okay, so problem solved. We have now got a big gloopy mess, like big gloopy mess. Kind of looks like some swamp thing. So we're going to repeat what we did earlier on, but with it actually mulched. Now you'd think that by putting out videos I'd actually research what I was supposed to do, wouldn't you? No, I just have a go and I figure it out as I go along. I think that's the best way to remember how to do something, is by screwing up at it. You're not having the grape juice, you sodding fly. So by making a mistake, I think it solidifies it in your mind what you've got to do next, because you very rarely make the same mistake twice. So we're going to put some of this in the gloopy gloop. That is not a nice sound. Straight away we've got juice running off. Let me show you. You might be able to see it. Yeah, you can just see it. So we're going to pour some more of this in real time, just because, you know, it's part of the video. We've definitely got juice coming out of this straight away now. We're just going to get all of this in. You know, at first I thought, have I used enough grapes? And then obviously I realised that you're supposed to flipping do it like pulp them to release all the juices and break all the shells down, or whatever they're called, skins. But you know, we got there in the end, and that's what matters. And I do say in my description of my channel, I am an amateur. You know, I never claim to be anything other than amateur. But I suppose even the best in the world have probably made these mistakes that I make. The greats are great because they did it a lot. So yeah, let's add all these blocks back on. First of all, we need the plate, which is here. Get in that little bit of juice that came out while we took the bag out. Put the block back on. Now I need to cut a hole through this, like a line through it, so that it's in two separate parts. It'd be so much easier to get out. It could probably do with being a bit thinner as well. Needs sanding down at the sides. Right, that's down at the bottom. So let's get some blocks stood up to start with, because we need the height. And some blocks laying flat, like going across them. And then some more blocks on top of them. Could I just do it like that? No. It wouldn't give me any stability for the next part. So we're just going all in, using all of the blocks that we've got, because I think that's required really. Doesn't seem to be flat, but that might just be the way I've pushed that down in there. Hopefully you're going to hear the trickle. I need to turn this off so that you can hear it. Or can I be a smart arse and use both at the same time? It might fall in, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. Trickle mic. Is it going to fall in? Ooh, nearly lost it. Just going to have to go on there. And hopefully it doesn't get covered in apple juice. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Brew some mead, he said. It'll be fun, he said. So let's double check that that was even on, which it wasn't. I'm sure I can have two microphones on at once. Now I do apologise if it gives any feedback, but it is necessary for the trickle. Yes. That is it. Oh, it's so much easier. Trickle, 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 trickle. So I am just going to let that sit a second, and then we're going to go again. I'm going to speed the rest of it up, and we'll be back once we've got whatever juice we are going to have in there. It doesn't look like as much as I thought it was going to be, and we didn't really lose all that much grapes. In the grand scheme of things. Most of that is just the wines, and that's the one from what my daughter did. We were quite ruthless with picking the dud ones out, which I think we needed to be, because we don't want it to be tasting bad, do we? The trickle mic can be turned off now. And we're going to continue this, but sped up. Something just went crunch, like wood splitting. I don't know why. I think we're at the... I don't think it could actually go any further. I think that's literally as far as it's allowing me to go. So I'm going to give that a minute or two to just finish pressing that out. And then I'm going to try and give it a little increment every now and again, just to try and force that last little bit out. Still not got as much as I thought we were going to have, but it's a lot better than it was. So that green mass is not supposed to be there, it's supposed to be down there. So I have possibly broken the plate, the press plate. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, let's see what damage we've caused, because the grapes should not have been pushed up the side. I've just checked inside there. There's no damage on the cage, or whatever this part's called. And there did seem to be more juice. Oh yeah, it has. It snapped. The side part of it snapped. That is a shame. I mean, it wasn't the one that came with it. It's probably not even the correct wood to use or to replace with, if that makes sense. But it's shattered it. Hence why it stopped pressing. Now there's not really a lot I can do about that, is there? It's demolished it. Yeah, that's pretty much that. What to do? I am not convinced we've got all of the juice out of it. I might try wringing the bag a bit, but through another bag, because this has got a hole in it for this bar to go through. What I do need to do quickly is just pop that in there and rinse this out of these pieces, or better still, put them in the bag. Got to be really careful as well when you're using grapes around dogs, because they are poisonous to dogs. And I know for a fact if I leave any dotted around the floor anywhere, my dog will come and eat it. Don't care what it is, he'll have a go. So I'm gonna have to come away and think about a solution to this problem now. I've broke one of the pieces, which is not exactly what was planned. The reason why I made one is because they were trying to charge stupid money for them. Like they want like 30 quid or something stupid like that. I'm not paying 30 quid for a round piece of wood. Hell no. Yeah, I'm gonna go away and think about this, and we'll be back. Things always go wrong. But you can't plan for these things. Shit happens, you know, especially when you're trying something you haven't done before. So we've broke that. So I'm going to try to maneuver those around so that they're not all in one place. I'm going to draw this back so they can't escape out the top. I'm going to push it down. What we're going to try and do is pack it out with the blocks on each side. Now I don't actually, by the look of it, have enough blocks to make this work, but I'm going to put those there, and those in the center there. Just push down. I mean, it's working to a degree, but we need something extra up here so that we can wind the press, which will then put pressure on the bag. Okay, back to the drawing board. Let's go find some pieces of wood. No, so I don't actually have anything that's going to allow us to press that down extra. I do have a piece of wood that I could use, but It's not cut to size and it's quite thick, so it's going to be for another time that it will need to be done. Let's see if we can just adjust these blocks ever so slightly, maybe. Once the plates put on the top, it should hold them in place and give us a bit of extra height. Oh, I tell you what, I need a bloody beer. I need a beer after this. It's only flipping, what, it's coming up to, well, it's just 4:15. I can't remember what time I started this. I'll find out later when it will tell me what time I started the first video. Right, this is the last ditch attempt. And now I've knocked me flipping the foam off my microphone. You know when it's going to go wrong, it's going to go very wrong. I wonder what these little fluffy hats do. Like a caterpillar, isn't it? I can't even find where the opening is. Nah. Screw them. Where's that other foam one gone? God, they give you spares. I said, thank God they give you spares. Okay, that's working. It is pressing some of it. Right, so there's going to be a limit where we get to with this. For pieces, when it's going to get past my fingers. When the bar gets so low down that we can't actually twist it any further. I think we go as much as we can. We are still getting some out of that. It's minimal. I think it's still trickling, but it's getting really tough to do now. A few more turns and we're at the limit. I think that's it. We've maybe got another mouthful. What a palaver. This mead better be bloody good. This is the hardest I've worked for any mead. Even the ones that went wrong and I had to like babysit. It was never as difficult as this. I mean, when I pressed the cider I did, it was phenomenal. I had never tasted a cider like it from a store. It was just so fresh. And I think it's down to the apples I used. I used a mixture of the apples that are on my allotment plot and some that a lady had given me as well. Right. So I do need to get something new that's going to be... That probably broke, come to think of it, because I didn't do the line through the middle. Just caused too much pressure. Because it should have pressed the last bit of juice out of there for sure. Right, let's get rid of all this stuff out of my way for now. We're done with this. We're just gonna unscrew it and get it out of the way. I know it puts holes in the work surface, but it's literally a cupboard that I was gifted. A lot of the stuff I've got is either secondhand, salvaged, saved from the tip. I don't see the necessity for expensive new stuff if there's something there that's going to be useful. Which is why I brew the most simplest way that I can, I suppose. It's down to necessity. It's the only way I can do it, so it is the way that I do it. We've still got that one on there, haven't we? This could probably do with drilling some holes, getting some bolts going through, and then putting a nut on the end next time. Because I think that would have saved us a bit of bother. One last squeeze. Give me the juice. Now we've got all of it. That's it. We are juiced. Gonna pop this out of my way for now. Quickly wash the hands. Holy moly, this is a long one, this is. Sorry guys. Right. How much have we got? I have put some rough markings on here. So according to this, we've probably got I want to say maybe 2 litres, which I don't think's enough. So let's find out, interestingly, what the gravity of this is to start with, because that might be like, you know, well, we don't need as much honey, thus being more economical and not giving us a massively high start gravity that I'm going to have to babysit, because I kind of just want to let this one go and wait. Holy moly. So there is 7246. So that's 76, 1.076. And that's just the grape juice. Ooh. So, I want to taste it. I want to taste the fruits of my labor. Does anybody want to try some freshly pressed, extremely difficultly pressed grape juice? Anybody? Last chance? No? Oh, that's surprising. Oh, look, more flipping casings. So, that is very, very good. A lot of effort, but very tasty. And at 76 gravity. Okay, so I think what we're going to do with this, we're going to dilute it a bit, because if I put in the amount of honey that I plan to put in this, it's going to give us a 1.176 start gravity, which is not going to ferment. For the love of money, it is not going to ferment. So I reckon we can get two lots out of this, make it a bigger batch, with the normal amount of honey, because that would give us a start gravity of approximately 82.5. My maths is terrible. Let's just quickly do it on the fly. I don't care if you know my maths is terrible. I tell everybody. Okay, that calculator doesn't work. Let's go for the big child's calculator. That's about right for me. If we've got 76 so far, plus the 100 that it's going to give, if we just keep it at a normal batch size, then, I mean, to be honest, the honey that I'm going to put in isn't even going to bring this up to a gallon. So we still have to put a bit of water in anyway, I expect, just to get the gallon. But anywho, let's divide that by 2, because we're going to do a double batch, and it'll be 88 start gravity. That's not bad at all. If 88 goes dry, how much alcohol would that be? Let's double check. So with a start gravity of 1.088 going to dryness of 0.990, it will give us a 13.2, or was it 3? Can't remember now. I think it was 13.2. So I think that's where we're heading. I think we're going to do it that way. Wasn't expecting to get a double batch, although I should have expected it from the last Pyment where it was fresh pressed stuff, not concentrate, and that was extremely high. I had to split that into two batches. Right then, well, first things first, I've got some tea stewing over here in a mug. It's gone nice and cool now. It's been in there forever, so we're going to lob that in for some tannins. We're going to get some honey in. Just Hilltop Blossom honey. I think just fermenting cheap honey is the way forward, and you can always back sweeten with something a bit nicer. I'm not going to on this particular mead because I want that grape flavour to come shining through. Gonna need a bit of hot water to rinse these out with, so I'm gonna go boil the kettle just for that. And while the kettle boils, I'm going to put the other pot of honey in, sped up. So we're going to mix that in. That's given us 1, 2, 3, probably just under the 4 litre mark. I'm not going to do a hydrometer reading at this point because it's going to be off the charts. I may even get it up to the 5 litre mark and then do like 1, 2, maybe 3. Because that's, oh no, that's I marked that off as 1 gallon because there's 9 litres, which is 2 gallons. We're going to add some water to this. I'm going to bring it up to the 1 gallon mark, and then we're probably going to put like 250 ml in, take a hydrometer reading, see what's cracking. But first I'm going to get this gack out of here. Righto, so let's mix that in at the 1 gallon mark. Mix all that honey in, take a hydrometer reading, because it's interesting, I think, to see what it is at a gallon with the amount of stuff that we said we were going to put in it. Let's speed this bit up because it's going to take a while, because the the liquids at room temperature, not heated like it normally has a bit of hot water in. Right, so we've got that mixed in. Let's take a hydrometer reading. Just for a reference point, it started off at, I mean, I don't even need to put any more in it. it's that far off the chart. I don't actually have to put any more in it. So I broke the other hydrometer. I actually dropped this one earlier on. I'm surprised it's actually survived. I broke one of my other hydrometers. I broke one of my other hydrometers that can go up to like 150, 1.150. So I would probably say, if you can actually guesstimate it beyond the point of the 120, I'd probably say it's about 128. Which is doable. It is doable, but it's going to make something very, very strong. Now, I normally aim for about 100, 1.1000. I think that'll give you like a 14 to 15% mead. It'll have a bit of kick because obviously that's reasonably strong. Yeah, I'm going to carry on doing what I said I was going to do though. We're going to add another 2.5 litres to this, making it a 4, 5, 6, 7 litre batch. And we'll take a hydrometer reading. Got 250 ml in here. Don't want that in there. Give that a quick mix. And repeat. Hopefully hitting about that 100 mark. No, 80. 82. A little bit less than expected, but not bothered about that. It'll be fine. So 82. Now what we're going to do is get our yeast nutrients in there. We're going to get some sodium bicarbonate, I think it was. 6 grams of that, apparently. I've never weighed it out before, just did it in teaspoons, but we shall do it as Google says it should be done. 6 grams. Now this is an ingredient that very rarely gets used. It's only when using grapes that I use it, to be honest. There we go. On the nose, 6 grams. Potassium bicarbonate. It's the world's largest elastic band for something so small. Much better. In with that, the yeast nutrient. One little teaspoon per gallon. Okay. I'm going to do 1.5 of this then, because we've got about 1.5 gallons, or just over 1.5 gallons. So it makes sense. Probably don't need pectolase in there, but always put it in with fruits, just because, you know, fruits are a pain in the ass sometimes. Use 1 level teaspoon per gallon. Again, we're going with the 1.5 because we are just doing over 1.5 gallons. And give it a mix. Now we're going to pitch some yeast. We said this was at 80, was it 88 or 86? I've forgotten already. It's been a long day. So I had a very old Kilner jar sat in the cupboard doing nothing. Needed a replacement rubber, so got a replacement rubber, and now this is going to be used for the storage of that yeast, because once I open it, it's going to be exposed. So probably should have took this ring off first, actually, thinking about it, and giving it a little bit of a pat down. We don't want any water in there whatsoever. I did not think about that. I did not think about the seal. Double check that it seals properly. Yes. Okay, so we've got, what size are those packets normally? Are they, my line's gone blank, are they 9 grams? Need to go check what the original EC1118 packets have got in them. 5 grams. So we're going to put in 5 grams. Because one of those packets can do 23 litres, or up to 23 litres, so it's going to be absolutely plenty enough for this. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when I open this, because this is vacuum packed. Anything could happen. Do I have a pair of scissors in here? I do. I know these were sterilised, you see, last time they were put in here. What did I drop then? I don't know. Big intake of air. Man, that is a big packet of yeast. Oh yeah! Right, where'd that little tub go? Going for 5 grams. That's a little bit over. 5.2, I'm not bothered about a 0.2. Let's quickly get this in here and then back into the fridge. I'll show you my big bag of yeast. Ooh, is it going to fit? Oh yeah. We want it all. Right, it's probably not the best environment for it, but it's the best I can get for it. So there you go, that's that. My yeast doesn't even fit in the area where I put my yeasts. Massive sodding jar. So in goes the 5 grammage of yeast. We've put the pectolase in, we've got the yeast nutrients. Just mix this in. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. The white grape, or green grape pyment, which would obviously normally create a white wine out of. But we've put honey in as well and diluted a bit. Possibly diluted a little bit too much, with it all ending at 7 litres. But you know, I mean, I could even throw some more honey in to put it up to the 100 mark, 1.0, sorry, 1.100, but I don't think it's necessary. This is how it's turned out. This is how we'll do it. We can adjust next time. There's a couple of trials and tribulations on the way, but we got there in the end. Thanks if you got this far in the video. I do appreciate it. Hello to all new subscribers. Thank you for being here. Please stay a while and watch me screw something else up. But the point of this is to just have a go. You know, just have a go. Try it. If you don't do it and you don't do it, try it again. Learn. Progress. Right then, I'm going to get this lid on. And I'm going to go for a very well-deserved sit down, I think. Because I am tired after this one. It's been a bit of thinking, a bit of this and a bit of that. It's got some apple debris on it. Airlock. Because the flies are going to be going mad for this. Should have put the airlock on before sealing it off. What a noob, what a noob, what a noob. To think I've been doing this for about 5 years, you'd think I'd have kind of grasped what I'm supposed to be doing by now. And I've just come to another issue. This is the incorrect bung. It's supposed to be one of the black bungs that go on this. And where, oh where is the black bungs? There's 2 of them on them demijohn things there. There's nothing in my brewing cupboard. It's a good start, isn't it? Now there's a bit of sterilising water that's dribbled in here, so I'm just going to literally dip that in there. It's come off all the utensils that I've been using. Because airlocks are important, man, especially when it's the time of year when fruit flies are absolutely ravaging everything. So what's them ones for then? Oh, they're for the bigger buckets when I used to do the liquid malt extract kits. Yeah, don't brew on a big scale like that these days. That's what they're for. Whew. Well, I'm glad we found that black one, because if I hadn't have found it, I'd have been screwed. I'd have been putting this into, I'd have to clean some demijohns out. Temperature check is 20 degrees. I didn't check that before pitching the yeast because I'd seen it earlier on. So yeah, this is going to be the white pyment. We just about managed it. Yes! I got him. Been trying all day to kill that son of a gun. Mod though. Yeah, so we just about managed it after trials and tribulations. But yeah, just go and have a go. Throw some stuff in a bucket, add some yeast, see what you get, and then tweak it. You know, mead's simple: water, yeast, honey. Let it do its thing. Leave it for 2 weeks. Check it, taste it, see what it tastes like. If it's too dry, add some more honey after you put your stoppers in. It's simple. Anyone can do it. Well, I can do it, so you guys can certainly do it. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I'll see you all soon. Need a bloody sit down. Rest in peace, brother. You fought hard against the grapes.